You see, the intelligent man doesn't crave attention. He doesn't need to be admired. He doesn't chase applause or validation. Why? Because he knows who he is. He's not performing for the crowd. He's building something real inside himself. And that changes everything. When a man becomes aligned with his truth, he doesn't try to impress women. He wants to see them. He wants to know who they are behind the masks. He's not looking for someone to complete him. He's looking for someone who can meet him in the stillness, in the clarity, in the fire of presence. And here's what most people don't understand: that kind of love is terrifying. It's not hormonal. It's not based on need. It's not about roleplay. It's steady, sacred, deep, and it demands just as much self-awareness from the woman as it does from the man. That's why so many people recoil from it. Because to love like that, you have to stop hiding. Most people don't want that. They want the idea of connection, not the cost of it. But the intelligent man? He's not here to play house with illusions. He wants what's real, even if it means standing alone. And that's the shift. That's the power. When you become whole, you stop chasing relationships that are built on performance. You stop looking for people who only love the image of you. You stop settling for connections where your soul has to shrink just to fit in. And yes, that means walking away from a lot. It means long nights, quiet weekends, empty inboxes. It means being misunderstood, misread, even villainized. But that loneliness? That ache you feel? That's not weakness. That's the sound of your integrity holding. You're not broken. You're becoming. And what you're becoming is something the world deeply needs and deeply fears. A man who cannot be moved by lies. Not even the ones he used to tell himself. You've stopped pretending you're okay with shallow. You've stopped nodding along when something feels off. You've stopped apologizing for noticing too much, feeling too deeply, thinking too long before you speak. You've started living like a mirror, a clear, clean mirror. And most people can't stand their own reflection when it's not filtered through flattery. That's why you scare them. Your presence reveals their performance. Your stillness reveals their chaos. Your clarity reveals their confusion. And most would rather destroy the mirror than face themselves. But you don't flinch. You've learned that the world doesn't need more noise. It needs presence. It needs men who don't crumble under silence, who don't bend under pressure, who don't sacrifice their essence for acceptance. Kierkegaard wrote about this kind of man. He called him the knight of faith, a man who walks quietly through the world, unnoticed by most, but burning with purpose. Not a purpose assigned to him, but one born from within. The knight of faith isn't flashy. He's not a celebrity. He's not the loudest guy in the room. But he knows who he is. He walks with something in his eyes that can't be shaken by trends, flattery, or fear. And that's who you're becoming. Not someone looking for an identity, but someone embodying one. And let's be honest, it's not an easy path. You'll lose people. You'll lose illusions. You'll lose the version of yourself that needed to be needed. You'll start seeing through everything: conversations, motivations, dynamics, distractions. And at times, you'll wish you didn't. You'll miss the comfort of ignorance, the warmth of illusion, the easy high of being liked. But that phase passes. And what replaces it is far better than comfort. It's peace. Real peace. The kind of peace that doesn't come from approval, but from alignment. The kind of peace that doesn't ask for applause, but radiates from knowing you're walking your path with honesty and strength. You'll stop being addicted to highs. you'll stop needing reassurance. You'll stop chasing the feeling of being chosen, because you've already chosen yourself. That's the final form of the intelligent man. He no longer seeks permission to exist. He's not asking, "Do you see me?" He's saying, "I see myself." And that kind of man? That man becomes a storm. Calm but powerful. Present but untouchable. He doesn't beg. He doesn't explain. He doesn't twist himself into something smaller just to make others feel bigger. He becomes a sanctuary for himself. And maybe one day, for someone worthy enough to meet him there. You don't soften your vision to fit someone else's comfort zone. You don't mute your depth to match the world's shallowness. You walk your path. Alone if you have to. Whole either way. Because your soul is not for sale. Not to love. Not to fame. Not to loneliness. Not to fear. Kierkegaard once said, "The greatest hazard of all, losing oneself, can occur very quietly in the world, as if it were nothing at all." And that's what you've avoided. Quiet disappearance. Death by compliance. Slow spiritual suffocation disguised as social success. You've chosen the harder road, but the honest one. The one where your back is straight, your voice is calm, and your mind is clear. You've stopped selling yourself for cheap comfort. You've stopped being digestible. You've started to matter. So if people call you cold, good. If they say you're hard to read, good. If they say you're intimidating, good. It means your presence is real. It means you've stopped being shaped by noise. It means you've started living with purpose. And not everyone will understand that. Not everyone should. Because you weren't made for everyone. You were made to become whole. And in a fragmented world, wholeness is the ultimate rebellion. So if this message found you at the right time, don't forget it. Let it burn into you. Let it fortify you. You're not too deep. You're not too intense. You're not too much. You are becoming what this world both fears and desperately needs, a man who cannot be moved by lies. Not even the ones that once lived inside him. And if you want more of this kind of truth, subscribe, share, and join this mission. Because there's a new generation of men rising. Men who don't perform. Men who embody. Men who walk into the abyss with their eyes wide open and don't flinch. If you're one of them, welcome home.